Yeah, baby.
I need baby change.
You got your diaper changed?
Yeah.
Cool.
I need
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be the behind the scenes of the short film, short doc, mini doc of Something's Gotta Give. A documentation of my struggle with anxiety, being a father and a husband, all the while being a content creator at home. Now, if you haven't seen it, make sure to click on the video here or in the description below the like button. But let's get into this. So going into making this video, I had to be honest with myself, and it started with realizing that I was dealing with some form of imposter syndrome, which was the result of the anxiety I was dealing with, mainly because the lack of story-driven content I was not making. This kind of crept in and made me really think about, am I actually a filmmaker? But I'm talking about like big budget, high level content. Even though I was just coming off of my trip from Israel, filming a documentary, and the Kickstarter for the Moment Anamorphic Adapter. Yeah, I know, it's kind of dramatic.
Is it me? Am I the drama?
But my momentum after those projects slowed down drastically. I was drained creatively, my family needed my attention more and more, and I was in the best place with my health. Ooh, that was a big jump. You got a new diaper. Yeah. Daddy's making a video right now. Say hi. So instead of having a mental breakdown, I decided to make a film about that and sort of use it like therapy. And I think this is actually a really great practice for all artists and filmmakers or photographers or whatever to document and talk about those struggles, because it can be quite liberating once you come through it, if you come through it. But it's also just a start. Now, as you can see, I'm actually in the hallway of the opening scene, which is probably one of my favorite scenes from the film. I had many, obviously, but the reason why I like this one, because it really, to me, conveyed the feeling I had going into this. On that day, I was not there. I did not want to record myself or do anything really. And that's where I'm kind of move on to the next point, which is some of the challenges I faced when doing this project. And the main challenge was me. So in order for me to make this film feel grounded and relatable to you all, I had to record myself more than I would normally do. So basically, you know, as a YouTuber, I record myself all the time, but not in a setting of showing what my life looks like in my home. So really, this was sort of me opening up my home to you all in a way where you would see some of the struggles that we deal with from time to time. Now, it was still a relatively short film, but it wasn't easy trying to get all of those imageries and things like that, because some days I felt drained because of the kids always crying, always wanting my attention. Some days my wife and I were in the mood to even do anything or really just interact, especially with the camera. And then the stress of just life, right? So putting a camera down and always say I had to record this wasn't always the ideal thing. So what I did was just put the camera in a nice composition and just let it roll for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and just be normal, be who I am in that space in my home. And that's really what I did. And I think most of it just turned out really well. I didn't want it to, I mean, there is some sort of reenactment in a sense from me, but like all the crying and natural stuff that you see from my kids, that's just them, obviously, because kids are kids. Yeah, and then other things I just had to capture is like my mundane tasks from day to day, like washing the dishes, cooking. I love to cook, working from home, just relax and stuff like that. Or like when I go out to eat fast food, which is still a habit of mine, but I digress. Don't mind me, I have my notes. Anyway, so during this time, I was filming with my Pocket 6K Pro, which is this camera right here. And I was testing out some different lenses while waiting for my Fujifilm Xh2s. And when I did get the Xh2s, I integrated it with my Blackmagic Pocket. As you saw, there were some sequences with just that camera and bouncing between both of them. So like for instance, the gardening sequence, that was the Fujifilm Xh2s in open gate. That was really great because I wanted the height. That was on my Canon FD 20mm. And I actually have a speed booster for the Fujifilm. It's a 0.71, so that gives me a full frame equivalent, and that just gave me a little bit more height for that low, wide scene shot that looked up towards when I was pulling out, and I thought that was a really good look. And mixing them was kind of good. I don't have any really decent Fujifilm F2 LUTs, so I just kind of winged it. I don't know how far out I am with the frame here. During this time, I was really just testing out a lot of different lenses, because sometimes when I get depressed, I buy a lot of stuff. Anyway, so I had the Canon FD 20mm, converted that to EF. I have built out a set for the Mamyia Sekor C medium format lenses. I have the 35, the 45, and the 80, which I deconstructed, and that was the macro 80, not the holy grail 1.980. That will come a little bit later. So I did a mix of using SLR Magic Cine lenses on the Xh2s, which is a standard or a native mount X mount lens, which was the 35. But I really wanted to test out some of the full frame look I can get with this camera, and I'm going to go way more in depth with this, because I do plan on having an in-depth review of the Xh2s strictly through video, because there's a lot of good things and a lot of weird things about that camera, but I'm not going to get into this video. So yeah, I really wanted to integrate that process and just kind of run with it. So it's a good tester to test these lenses while creating something with it, and I thought the results were fantastic. Yeah, how am I going to end this video? Alright guys, so I do want to say this video is sponsored by Musicbed. Don't be upset, because this is my job, this is my livelihood, but they are a fantastic premium music licensing platform that allows you to find incredible music for your films, commercials, YouTube videos, what have you. I've been using them for years now, and like I said in the last video, for this particular film, I really wanted music to play another character, as well as tell the story a little bit deeper with tones and emotions. So I was able to find that with some of the very unique sounds from the jazz genre in the library. I really like the search features in Musicbed's website. You can find really unique styles of music if you really just dig a little deeper. So try to stand out, and again, thank you Musicbed for sponsoring this video. Alright y'all, so I'm going to wrap this video up right here. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments below, and tell me, what projects are you working on? Is it a personal project, or is it a very exciting project you might be working on? I would love to know, so let me know. Just for a few more things, like I said before, I will be making a very in-depth and comprehensive review of the Fujifilm Xh2s. So far, I've used it on a car rig. I'm currently using it for a documentary here in Indiana and talk about skating. That won't be necessarily finished by the time the review's out, but I'll have a lot of footage of that. So I'm really putting it through its paces, and I can't wait to actually share my thoughts on it, because I think it's a very fantastic camera. Fujifilm did a great thing with all the new technology in this camera, but there are a few things that are pain points for using it as a full-time A camera basically. So I would definitely go over all of that, as well as comparing it to my Blackmagic 6K Pro. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I feel like I already said that again. I don't know how I'm gonna end this, but yeah, that's fun. As a gnat. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave. I think that's the best thing I could do right now.